Hi, I'm Christiana with Christiana's Yoga, and I want to talk to you about Tadasana. So I'm going to give you the traditional alignment cues for Tadasana or mountain pose, and then I'm going to give you a couple of adjustments and then explain how you can work that into your yoga practices. So let's start. I like to teach this as like, if you think of it like a ripple of a wave, and it starts from the ground up, moving up through your legs, through your torso, arms, and finally your head. So let's get started. The other day, I made a video about grounding down through all four corners of your feet. And if you are confused about what the four corners are, you can go back and watch that video and that'll be helpful. So traditionally in yoga, Tadasana is originally taught as bringing your big toe mounds together and then leaving a little bit of space between your heels, and then press down through all four corners, which is underneath your big toe mound, underneath your pinky toe mounds, and then on your inner heels and your outer heels. This is to help you activate the arches in your feet, but also stand equally and evenly between both feet without tipping or teetering. Okay, and then you might hear the cue, put your toes down by the way, you might hear the cue to lift your kneecaps, which is just a fun way to get you to engage your quads or your thigh muscles. But actually, engaging your thigh muscles is what causes your kneecaps to lift. So everybody thinks about it a little bit differently. So it's lift your kneecaps, engage your quads or your thighs. Then we get up to the pelvis area, and we want to point our tailbone straight down towards the ground so that our pelvis is nice and even and level. Then, so that we're not puffing out our chests, we want to knit our front ribs in, hug the low belly gently in. Then when we get to our shoulders, lift them up towards your ears, move them back in space, and release them down along your spine to put your shoulder blades in a optimal position for movement. Then arms by your sides, palms face forward. And then lastly, your neck is an extension straight up from your spine, and you gaze straight out ahead of you gently and breathe. This is the traditional alignment for Tadasana or mountain pose. Now, a couple of adjustments that I want to offer you is not every body is the same. And for me, this is not a comfortable way for me to stand. I much prefer to stand with my feet about hips distance apart, and you can do that also. I do like to try it out from time to time to see if I still feel the same about it. And yes, I do still feel the same about it. So pretty much all of my poses are going to be roughly hips distance apart, but everything stays the same. We ground down through all four corners of the feet, lift the kneecaps, engage the thigh muscles, point the tailbone straight down, hug the front ribs in, shoulders roll down along your spine, palms face forward, gaze out to the horizon. Then the other adjustment is, where do you want your hands? Maybe you don't want your hands here. Now this is not technically Tadasana, this is Samastihi, but this is another way that you can stand in this position and still have all of these great alignment foundations. So we'll do it one more time. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see the energetic actions happening here. Remember the ripple effect. So from the feet, equally into all four corners, engage your thigh muscles, tailbone point straight down, knit your front ribs in, gently hug your low belly in. See how the shoulders are coming forward? This is something that happens a lot for people who sit at desks frequently and they begin to roll forward in their shoulders. So up, move them back in space and release them down along your spine. Arms by your sides, palms face forward. Gaze out to the horizon and breathe. Knowing all of this can really help you as you move through your yoga classes, because when you get in, a lot of times when people get into Tadasana, it's merely a means of moving between other poses, but it is in fact a pose in of itself. So as you move, let's say you step forward, you're stepping forward to the top of the mat, and then you come up into your Tadasana pose. If you remember all of these actions, you can literally do it as you're coming up into your position. So ripple effect. Feet, knees, thighs, pelvis, front ribs, shoulders, gaze, Samastihi, Tadasana. So I really hope this was helpful for you. I hope it kind of cleared up some confusion that maybe you had around Tadasana or mountain pose. And I hope you're able to practice this. So save it and use it as much as you need to. And if it helps you out at all, I'd love to hear about it. So let me know. Have a great day. Bye.